No tax return mortgage coming up. Hey guys, I'm Adam Lesner, and my oxygen is getting borrowers approved for a mortgage when other lenders say it's just not possible. Today we're talking about no tax return mortgage, 3 ways to get approved. I'm going to tell you exactly how we do it. We do a lot of these loans, a lot of different scenarios call for it, so let's just take a look. So looking at a no tax return mortgage is a great opportunity if you're a W-2 employee, if you're a business owner, if you're a real estate investor. I'm going to tell you how to get approved without tax returns. Basically, the goal is to simplify the process by minimizing the docs that you have to provide. 3 ways to do it. So number 1, wage earner. Number 2, bank statement loan if you're a business owner, if you're self-employed. And number 3, a cash flow mortgage, or also called a DSCR loan for real estate investors. So diving into a wage earner mortgage on a no tax return mortgage. If you're a W-2 employee for a company you do not own or that your family doesn't own, you should not be required to provide tax returns. So the required documentation that you need to provide if you're a W-2 employee is going to be most recent 30 days pay stubs, most recent 2 years W-2s, and maybe probably a written verification of employment from your lender or from your employer that your lender will order. So this applies to conventional loans, FHA loans, and VA mortgages. This is allowed on a home purchase, a home refinance, and a cash out refinance. And this is assuming you're not in need of using any rental real estate income to qualify for the mortgage if you're looking to get approved just on the W-2s. If you need rental income to qualify, if you own other rental properties, then you're going to need to provide tax returns if you're doing it on a traditional type of loan. But later we're going to cover how to do that as an investor. Next one, a bank statement loan on a no tax return mortgage. So for self-employed and private contractors, a great solution to getting approved without tax returns is going to be a bank statement loan. It's extremely common for business owners and private contractors to take full advantage of the tax write-offs that are available. One of the only times it really becomes a disadvantage is when it's time to qualify for a mortgage. This is because the write-offs on the tax returns commonly end up showing that you make less on paper than you actually do. So with a bank statement loan, you do not provide tax returns. Income's calculated based on 12 or 24 months bank statements. They look at your deposits. So an expense factor is going to be assessed depending on what type of business you're in and the number of employees that you have. So the basic docs that you need on a bank statement loan are going to be 12 or 24 months bank statements depending on the scenario. Personal or business bank statements, fine. All pages are going to be required. Don't just provide the first page that shows your balance. Don't provide only the page that shows some of your deposits. Just provide all the pages of the bank statements. You're going to need third-party proof that you've been in business or have been a private contractor for at least 2 years. You're going to need to provide a business narrative explaining a description of your business and how everything's going. We would provide that for you and you can just fill it out. Bank statement loans are available on a home purchase, a refinance, and a cash out refinance. If you're using business assets to qualify with the down payments or reserves, you may need a CPA letter to confirm the use of business funds for personal home transaction will not have a negative impact on the business. So next one, investor cash flow loan, or also called a DSCR loan. I'm going to have a video coming out soon covering only DSCR loans, but I'm going to give you a quick snapshot of what that looks like right now. So similar to business owners, real estate investors commonly take full advantage of the write-offs that are available to them. In many cases, this results in significantly lower income that's showing on the tax returns. So an investor cash flow loan or DSCR loan is a great opportunity to get approved that way. Basically, you're just getting approved based on the cash flow of the property, not personal income. Obviously, you're going to fill out an application. You're not going to include any employment information, any income information on the mortgage application. What happens is when the lender orders your appraisal, they're going to order what's called a 1007 rent schedule, which is basically, it's a separate schedule that's on the appraisal that tells you exactly what their estimate is of the fair market rent in that area. So the basic documentation that you need for a DSCR loan or an investor cash flow loan is going to be a 1007 rent schedule, which will be ordered with your appraisal, a current lease if you have one, and proof of ownership in any real estate in the last 3 years. If it's a home purchase, you can't be like a first-time home buyer where you never bought a house before and and all of a sudden you're going to buy an investment property. So minimum down payment on something like this is going to be 20%. So just keep that in mind. There's no low down options as far as a DSCR loan or a cash flow mortgage is concerned. You can do these on short-term rentals. So a lot of people are running into issues with Airbnbs where they can't refinance or something like that. These are possible with Airbnbs or VRBO properties. Basically, the investor cash flow loan is the most simple way for investors to get approved for a mortgage. And the pricing is more competitive than you actually might think. In summary, the options are there. Getting approved without tax returns, absolutely possible for a ton of scenarios. Everybody's situation is extremely unique. So like the most important thing that you can do for yourself is reach out to a lender that's extremely experienced with these types of loans, and they can tell you, like, here's what you can do, here's what you can't do, and here's why. Some lenders just have overlays that say you can't do this. So feel free to reach out. I'm happy to, if I can't help, I'll at least point you in the right direction. And thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.